little shorty, my second woman, so to speak, right? And we're talking about how children are being raised, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all this because they don't have no guidance, man. They don't have no discipline, they don't have no structure. You can't sit here and say, oh, it's because of the man, that the man's gone, the man's gone. You know what I'm saying? You abide to the system. You gotta take your L. If you chose a fucked up nigga, then you gotta ride that shit out, man, until that nigga get rid of you. Or if you stop fucking with that guy, you can't deal with nobody, man. Cause you're still under the law of that man. If you say this nigga ain't right, he completely wicked, you fucked him, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not justifying no man out here. If the nigga ain't right, they got out there do have some deadbeats, but you fucked them. You know, same as the men. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures tell you marvel not at a woman because of her beauty, right? So it's telling you don't deal with a woman because she got a big ass, she light skinned or whatever, you know, whatever shit you keen to, you know what I'm saying, that attracts you. Don't deal with a woman because of that, man. Of course it attracts you, it's common sense, but you gotta deal with her character, man. You know, and our people don't do that. And then you get mad when you find out that that person ain't right, and then you want to try to bash him, man. No, you ain't right because you don't know how to pick him, man. You know? Like the Raiders picking Jamarcus Russell, man. You can't get mad at Jamarcus Russell. You picked him. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at your team and blame it on Jamarcus Russell. You picked the nigga. You should have picked somebody else. You know? Your skills are not good. GMs get fired.
Look at dog trying to get it in.
GMs get fired, man. You know? That's how it works, man, when you pick the wrong motherfucker. And y'all women out here, y'all pick the wrong niggas, man. So you get fired. You out here with 5 kids, by about 3 different baby daddies, and still trying to live it up, man. You're done, man. There's no point in time in life when in your mind, you're not gonna say, I made a bad decision. I need to stop what the fuck I'm doing and recalculate my ways. All right? Women don't do that, man. They're fucking fickle and they're petty and they're shallow. And guess what? A lot of these niggas are growing up to be the same way. Metrosexuals are shallow and dumb, man. You know, they don't like to read. They like to just watch Fox News or some other BS outlet to get their knowledge, man. And they roll with that. And you wonder why our people in the condition they are in the day. It's for starters, it's because you niggas. Because you niggas ain't standing up and bucking up against these damn women, man. And second of all, you women are in rulership right now. You want to be, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to give it back to y'all brothers, man. That king and queen shit. You know, I got a lot of relatives and I hear that shit on TV and shit. They be like, we kings and queens, man. That's a, you know, I hate that shit. That shit irritated me when I first heard it. But I'm like, you know, okay, they're trying to be, you know what I'm saying, Israelites, or they're trying to be royally minded. But at the end of the day, man, we're slaves, man. You know what I'm saying? We're at a lower state. Yeah, we're kings and queens, but you can't refer to each other as a king or a queen when you're in the ghetto, man. All right? If you're still in the ghetto, you ain't no king and a queen. If you're still in the so-called white man, you're not a king or no queen, man. You can't just mouth off a status, man. Half y'all niggas talking about we kings and queens, you ain't out here on the highways and byways. You're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not praying for the downfall of the so-called white man. You're not doing nothing to build a kingdom, man.
Yeah, David was a king, he was after the Most High's heart.
Yeah, but it's just a mindset, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was after the Most High's heart, and he did things according to that, man. He did work, he wanted to build temples. He went to battle, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't afraid to battle, you know? Why? Because he had a king's mindset, but he was after the Most High's heart, and he reflected that. You know, a lot of people out here, I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm a prince, I'm an African, whatever this and all that other bullshit, or I'm a whatever all our sexual people believe. From the Latins to the Native Americans, they all believe in something that makes them on a pedestal, but you ain't representing it, man. You're in the ghettos, you're drunk, You're full of drugs. You're getting oppressed. You're getting shot up. All right. This ain't the time to be talking about I'm a king and I'm a queen. You gotta act like it. All this shit happening, all this police shooting niggas up. You ain't acting like no king and saying that's an assault on my kingdom and I'm about to go do some shit. I'm about to go handle that. I'm about to go shut this, you know? And guess what? Esau act like more of a king than our people. You know what I'm saying? In relation to that situation out here, I believe in like the early 1900s, like 1940, when they went to the courthouse, man. They heard about something happening. Them crackers went to the courthouses and took the nigga out. You know what I'm saying? That's a king's, not only king's mindset, but king's actions. That's royalty's actions. When you go to the security and say, "Give me that motherfucker," and they say, "Here, we can't. You know, y'all motherfuckers too wild." You know, that's a king move right there. What happened when y'all niggas get shot? You walk and you ask for peace and you hands up and all that shit. A king don't walk around talking about hands up and shit, man. You know, you like the Bible say, you speak with authority, man. You say what it is, man. Okay? You tell it like it is, cause you supposed to be running this motherfucker. You ain't gotta ask, you ain't gotta beg nobody, man. Whatever you feel like acting out on, you're gonna do that. If you're a fucked up king or a righteous king. But if you're a king nonetheless, and a nigga shoot, if you're an Israelite and you're a king over America and all the royalty is Israelites, if a nigga shoot an Israelite, your ass supposed to be flipping this motherfucker upside down, man. You're supposed to be executing justice. Okay? Just like if you shoot a police officer, you going under, man. Because you're messing with a level of royalty in this society. You know? But what happened when our people get gunned down and fucked over? You gotta beg and walk and say I'm not harmful and submit to the so-called white man even more, but still you gotta be passive aggressive just to get your point across, man. You know? And they still don't respect you, man. Had a pregnant woman dropped her kid off. It was a nigga woman nonetheless. But she got into it with an Edomite. Edomite called the police and say, "Oh, she was beating on my window." The cop said, "Oh, I don't see anything." But as soon as he seen it was
she broke the law.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she broke the law, but as soon as he seen it was a nigga woman, hacked her up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "I don't gotta give you my name, and it's legal in California, so you don't have to give a person your ID." She followed, she complied with the law, but still she got thrown on the ground while she was pregnant. Alright? That's not the point. The point is, they're on the news, a guy's justifying it, man. He's saying why it's right. Even though it's clearly wrong. Even though they threw the case out, even though they threw her charges away, he's still saying the police officer was right. You know what I'm saying? Our people ain't kings and queens right now, man. We supposed to be, but we are not. Alright? It's like that nigga a while ago talking about you could be this, you could be that, you could be a senate, and why don't you do that? Because we're under oppression, man. If I gotta be a senator, I'm gonna have to submit to the so-called white man's laws, man. You know?
I can barely get a basic job, let alone be senator. You know?
Yeah, even if you get to senator, you can't submit a law saying everybody gotta have beards. Women gotta cover their heads. You can't submit no laws, man. Alright? The people gonna buck up against you.
But that shit still gotta get voted on. And the way today's society is built up, it's off tradition. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's a free country. You don't have to have a beard, so yeah, vote that shit out, man. So then it'd just be a bill that you signed, that you wanted to uphold, and it never become law, man.
Yeah, our people, we're under oppression. We're slaves. You're still a slave. Only way you become sovereign is if you're running your own shit. Our people are too comfortable with being under the so-called white man, having a piece of whatever pie they give you. What about having your own shit, man? You niggas always want to have a piece of the so-called white man's pie. We're preaching about getting our own things, which is New Jerusalem, okay? And bringing this place down, blowing it to smithereens. And we're gonna do that through the power of the Most High. We're not gonna do that. The Most High is gonna do that, okay? And that's what we're prophesying for. Not 10 or 20 years down the line and being in the and building up Israel We don't want a piece of the so-called white man's pie. We want his pie to be burnt to a crisp, okay? And we want to build our own thing, man. We want our own thing, man. We don't want shit that the so-called white man's got, because anything a king don't think like that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you own your own clothing line, why want another nigga want a joint venture with somebody else's shit? You know? If you own fucking Rockaway, why go rock Tommy Hilfiger, man? Unless they shit better, man. When you can make any type of thing you want. So if you got your own kingdom, why want to have another kingdom with somebody else, man? You know? If you're a king or a queen, why be under the so-called white man?
I just want to there's a little bit more to this. Just
Yeah.
rest of the verse. This is 2 Timothy 3 verse 6. For if this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.